In the span of a week, this is my second pedophile. We're about to go get him. About the second or third message he sent to the decoy was dangling after realizing that this person was 15 years old. He didn't try to meet up, but the crimes have been committed. My behind the computer guy figured out who he was and where he lived, so we're about to go get him. Stay tuned.
Listen here, but I was like, I kind of want to know, like, because I have children, you know what I mean?
Yeah, it was him.
Oh, okay.
Have you seen him?
I have not.
Someone told me that he lives in this apartment, and I can't find which one he lives in. He was listed as 103, and I dialed 103, and somebody else popped up.
Oh,
They said he lives on this side of the hall. Just be aware, if you see him, he's a pedophile. I've got
Can I
5
take a
pictures of
I was
him.
just about to say, I'm like, let me get my phone real quick. I can get a picture of this.
There's 5 pictures of his penis in this folder that he sent to someone he thought was 15
That's
years
what I told
old.
her. I'm like, he's got a folder with him, which
Yeah.
I assume is
Can I take
evidence
a
as
picture
well.
of
that? Yeah.
Which props to have that with you, my dude.
For sure,
Smart,
for sure.
Very smart in case someone bothers you about it. It's like, dude, I got proof right here about it. At least with this.
Yeah, and I'd like to know, because I just...
He's my second catch.
Right on.
If I can't find him, I'm just gonna call the police here and give
Hell
it over
yeah.
to him. But I appreciate it very much.
Yeah, for sure. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
No problem.
You're doing good work.
Hi, do you happen to know of a Christopher Lazley?
Yeah.
I'm looking for him to drop these pictures off, but he needs to sign for them.
I'm not sure if I can give up that information.
Yeah, that's fine. Is there a way you can get him out here? So that way I won't know where his apartment is, but he can sign for it?
What does he need to sign for?
Just some family photos and that sort of thing.
Okay, I don't think I'm gonna give you that information.
That's fine. Are you able to get him to come out here so I can give it to him?
No, I don't
Alrighty.
think so.
I think I'll just...
Sounds kind of fishy to me, but
Yeah,
sorry.
that's
Yep.
Have a good one. All I wanted was to have a conversation with this guy. His neighbors kind of seemed to know a bit about him. They didn't want to help me find which apartment he was in. And so I sent the guy a message saying, hey, look, I'm in the lobby. All I want you to do is come talk to me. If you don't want to come talk about these messages, then I'm going to have to call the police. He didn't come out. He actually blocked my number. So the police are on their way, or they're going to give me a call at some point, and I'm going to hand this over to the police. He had an option for me to not call the police, but he didn't want to at least talk to me about what he was doing online. So I guess we're going to do this the other way. And we're not talking about like just nasty messages trying to meet up. This man sent pictures of his penis to what he thought was a 15-year-old. Chris, if you see this, I did not have to do this. We could have just had a conversation. Now the police are on their way. And I'm about to give them this folder, and you're about to be guilty of a felony. Well, you already are guilty of a felony, but now you're about to be charged with a felony. Didn't have to go this way. All I wanted was a talk. If you live in this building right here, this is in Minnetonka, Minnesota. If you live in this apartment complex, there is a child predator in your building who sent pictures of his penis to what he thought was a 15-year-old boy. So do with that information what you will. I couldn't find the apartment that he was in. It wasn't listed right with the sources that I had, but shout out to my computer guy because he found out which building he lived in. Found out everything about this dude in a span of 30 minutes. Shout out Overnightish. You can check out his Instagram. But yeah, so I couldn't find where he was. So sent him a message to come out. He didn't want to talk. So Chrissy, now I'm telling all your neighbors as they walk by what you did. And I had to tell your neighbor who knows you what you did as well. Because she didn't want to help me find your apartment, and that's understandable. I was trying to keep this on the down low a little bit. I wasn't trying to blast you throughout your apartment just yet. But here comes the cops. I'm going to talk to them. But see, now everybody knows that you're a predator. How we doing, officers? My name's Bruce. I'm with Minnesota Pred Watch. Minnesota Pred Watch. All we do is make sure that adults aren't talking to kids online and kids aren't talking to adults. This guy hit up one of our decoy accounts. His name's Chris Lazley. Yeah. Really nasty stuff.
Do you have your ID?
I do. There you go.
Appreciate it.
Yeah. Pretty cut and dry. Told him I was 15 years old. He said we could still talk. Be careful when you open that. You're gonna see. But immediately after he said we can still talk, he sent me 2 pictures of his penis.
Okay.
And so I came here just to have a chat with him. I wasn't planning on calling y'all just yet. I was going to hand it over, but I just wanted to have a talk at first, make sure it wasn't going to happen again. He didn't want to come out. I sent him a message and said, hey, if you don't come talk to me, I'm going to have to call the police now.
Okay.
He still didn't come out. He blocked my number, so I called y'all.
Okay. Is the number I called you, is that your cell phone?
Yeah, that's my cell phone
Best
number.
to get a hold of you?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Is your address on this phone? Did all of this take place on this phone?
Yeah.
Okay. What's going to happen is I'm going to submit a report to our detectives.
Mm-hmm.
At some point, they may need to download all the data from the phone.
Yeah, for sure.
The issue is they need to be able to prove, if this goes to court, that the text log has not been manipulated or messed with.
Yeah.
So in order to do that, they'll have to download all that. So I want to make sure I have good contact information for you.
Yeah, for sure. And
then we'll go from there.
Okay.
Right now, these types of cases,
I know you don't arrest on site.
Well, yeah, we just want to be careful and
Yeah.
make sure it's a good, solid case if this what's alleged occurred.
Yeah.
And so make sure that people are held accountable when appropriate.
Once you open that up, you'll see it's solicitation of a minor, but
I'll
you'll
probably
see.
review it later. I don't want to hear you. So.
You don't want to.
Yeah.
What app are you using to text with?
It's called Adam for Adam. It's a LGBTQ date site.
And then would you be okay if need be, if the investigators contact you to download your phone?
Yeah, for sure. If y'all need me to come up to the station or whatever, I don't mind doing that.
The guy isn't working this weekend, but when he's in, once he'll review the case, if he needs it, he'll contact you for it.
It would be better if you guys sent me a text though, just because I'm busy all day, and if you send me a text that you're gonna give me a call, then I'll be able to get away from whatever it is I'm doing. Sweet.
What else was I going to ask you? Is in here, this packet that you gave me, is there the text logs?
Yeah, that's all the.
So text logs and the photos and all that? Okay.
If need be, I can send the text where I told him to come outside, or I'm going to call the police.
Okay. But basically, everything's in there up to that point.
Yeah, all of the sexual material is in there,
What's
and then
your username that you message him with?
Mason Laney, I think.
And then the horse hunt daddy's his username.
Yeah. Be careful what you look at in there, man.
Holmes is his email address?
That's his email address, and that's how we were able to find out who he was. Also, with his message saying that he lived around this area. And then his couple of the people that lived here confirmed for me that he lived there. Okay. So that's pretty much, yeah.
Okay. The only thing I'd say, you attempted to contact him. He didn't want to talk to you.
Yeah.
I would just be careful about pursuing that further.
For sure. Yeah. I'm not gonna. No. See, my whole thing is I'd like to have a conversation.
Yeah.
But if they don't want to have a conversation, that's fine. It's totally voluntary to talk to me. I'll just call the police and hand the information over. I appreciate you, man.
Yeah.
Appreciate you too.
All right. Yep. All right, man.
Could have done this the easy way, Chris.